Imagine waking up every day to a screen that tells you you are worthless, or worse, receiving a message from someone you think is a friend, only to realize they are trying to steal your future. Today, being a teenager or a young adult isn't just about navigating school and social lives. It is about surviving a digital and physical minefield. The threats are real, they are evolving, and they are targeting the most vulnerable among us.
It is a sobering reality. The transition from youth to adulthood has always been challenging, but today's landscape introduces hazards that are unprecedented in their scale and stealth. We are talking about physical and emotional attacks, human trafficking, and highly sophisticated scams. These are not just headlines. They are lived experiences that can shatter a young life in an instant.
Let us start with physical and emotional attacks. I recently read about a high school student named Maya. She was a bright, outgoing teenager until a group of classmates started a targeted cyberbullying campaign against her. They created fake profiles, spread malicious rumors, and even posted her location online, encouraging people to confront her. It escalated from online harassment to a physical altercation in a local park. The emotional toll was devastating. She withdrew from school, fell into a deep depression, and felt entirely isolated.
Maya's story is tragically common. The boundary between the digital world and physical space has completely dissolved. An emotional attack online can manifest as a physical threat in the real world within hours. To curb this, we need a multi-layered approach. Schools must implement restorative justice programs and peer-led support networks where students can report harassment safely. On a technical level, social media platforms need stricter, real-time moderation and simplified reporting tools that immediately flag coordinated harassment.
And then there is the threat of trafficking, which has moved from physical street corners to the privacy of a teenager's bedroom. Take the story of Leo, a 19-year-old looking for a summer job to help pay for college. He found an ad on social media for a high-paying hospitality gig abroad. The recruiters seemed professional, paid for his flight, and promised a bright future. But when he arrived, his passport was confiscated, and he was forced into labor under constant threat of violence.
It is terrifying how easily traffickers exploit ambition and financial vulnerability. They use grooming techniques that mimic legitimate opportunities. The solution here lies in aggressive public awareness campaigns targeted at youth, teaching them how to verify employment offers and recognize the red flags of grooming. We also need stronger collaboration between international law enforcement agencies and tech companies to shut down these recruitment networks before they can snare anyone else.
The third major threat is financial scams, which often prey on the financial desperation of college students. Consider Sarah, who received a message about a remote task-based job. She was told she could earn hundreds of dollars a day just by rating apps. To unlock higher-paying tasks, she was asked to deposit her own money, with the promise of a full refund and a massive bonus. She ended up losing her entire semester's tuition savings in less than a week.
These task scams and cryptocurrency frauds are designed to exploit the lack of financial literacy among young adults. The solution is twofold. First, high schools and universities must integrate practical financial literacy into their curricula, specifically teaching students how to identify online scams. Second, financial institutions should implement warning systems for unusual transaction patterns, especially when young account holders start sending money to known high-risk platforms.
Before we look at how different parts of the world are handling these issues, let us take a quick break to talk about one of our sponsors. If you enjoy deep dives into complex topics, you should check out The New Sentinel. It is a podcast dedicated to providing in-depth discussions and deep analyses of a wide array of topics. From the glitz and glamour of pop culture to the strategic intricacies of military operations, they cover it all. Each episode is thoughtfully crafted to offer listeners a comprehensive understanding of the subject matter, featuring expert interviews, detailed analysis, and engaging storytelling. Whether you are a pop culture enthusiast or someone with a keen interest in global security, The New Sentinel has something for everyone. You can tune in, subscribe, view, comment, and post an engaging inquiry to stay informed and entertained. It is available right now on rumble.com.
Now, looking globally, it is fascinating and sometimes concerning to see how different nations tackle these three crises. Let us look at the most populated countries across the 7 continents, starting with Asia, where India is now the most populous nation.
India has a massive youth demographic. To combat online scams and harassment, they have established the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal and specialized cyber cells in major cities. For trafficking, they rely on anti-human trafficking units at the district level, though enforcement in rural areas remains a significant challenge due to resource constraints.
Moving to Africa, Nigeria is the most populated country. They face unique challenges with cyber scams, locally known as Yahoo Yahoo. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has cracked down heavily on these syndicates. For trafficking, Nigeria's National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons has been highly active, working with international partners to rescue victims and prosecute traffickers, though economic pressures make prevention difficult.
In Europe, Russia is the most populated country. Their approach to youth safety relies heavily on state-controlled internet regulations and youth organizations designed to promote patriotic values and digital discipline. While they have strict laws against cybercrimes and trafficking, critics argue that these measures are sometimes used more for political control than genuine youth protection.
In North America, the United States takes a highly decentralized approach. The federal government operates programs like the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Forces and the Federal Trade Commission's scam tracking systems. Schools and local police departments often run their own awareness programs, and the Amber Alert system is a crucial tool for immediate trafficking interventions.
Down in South America, Brazil is the most populated country. They have established specialized police stations for children and adolescents to handle abuse and trafficking cases. They also run the DISC 100 hotline, a national human rights reporting service that allows citizens to report abuse, exploitation, and trafficking anonymously.
In Oceania, Australia is the leader in population. They have pioneered some of the world's most advanced digital safety initiatives, notably through the Office of the E-Safety Commissioner, which has the legal power to force tech companies to remove harmful content. Their approach to trafficking involves strict border controls and community-based support programs for vulnerable migrant youth.
And finally, we look at Antarctica. While it has no permanent population or sovereign countries, it is governed by the Antarctic Treaty System. During the summer, hundreds of young researchers and support staff live there. Any physical or emotional offenses, or financial crimes committed on the stations, are handled under the jurisdiction of the offender's home country, showing that even at the edge of the earth, legal frameworks are necessary to protect individuals.
It is clear that while the tools and laws differ, the core vulnerability of young people remains a universal challenge. Before we wrap up today's discussion and look at the path forward, let us take a moment for our second sponsor. If you are looking for a unique blend of politics and spirituality, you should visit the Fashionable Citizen Network. This is a channel that offers a distinct perspective on both topics. On the spiritual side, they provide daily motivation to uplift viewers, prayers for forgiveness to help seek inner peace and healing, and inspiring stories of overcoming adversity through faith. On the political front, they offer conservative debates, clear explanations of laws and committees to help you understand the complex legislative landscape, and comprehensive voting guides to help you make informed choices during elections. The Fashionable Citizen Network has a growing community of subscribers who are passionate about spiritual growth and political awareness. You can find their content and join the conversation on rumble.com.
As we look to the future, it is obvious that laws alone cannot solve these problems. Technology moves faster than legislation. We need to foster a culture of digital empathy and critical thinking among young people. They need to be equipped not just with devices, but with the psychological and intellectual tools to recognize danger.
Exactly. It comes down to resilience and community. Whether it is a teen in Mumbai, a student in Chicago, or a young researcher in Antarctica, the need for connection, validation, and safety is the same. We must build stronger support systems at home and online so that when young people face these threats, they do not have to face them alone. What kind of world are we building if our youth cannot feel safe in the palm of their own hands?
That is the question we leave you with today. Thank you for listening, and stay safe out there.